that's a wrap on this edition of Carrie's Picks. Those might be some of the movies that I'm most excited for, but there is the star of the show.
I honestly forgot this movie was in 3D, so this will be a delight. So let's go ahead. Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness on XD in 3D.
It's Inside Out.
Oh my god, you're right.
Superman. Rocky. Name? This is Starfire. Okay. Level up.
Can't walk by the mall without saying hi to my old buddy George. How you doing today, George? Looks like we already got the Mitch Trubisky jerseys in. I wonder if they got Kenny Pickett around here. I have that one. We do have this. Lots of Trubisky jerseys, but no Kenny Pickett ones there. So I'll check the other store that I know would have the jersey in there. That Pittsburgh Locker Shop that's down on the bottom floor. I'll check that as soon as I get back into the mall, because I'm heading over to Best Buy right now. So I'll see you guys over there. And there it is, the bestest of buys. So Turning Red was the big new release this weekend. I already got the steelbook. I'll show you that when I get home, but I'm not gonna lie, I actually do want another copy of this. I want to wait till I get the Disney Movie Club version with the slipcover. It's one of my favorite movies of the year so far. Smoking Aces also came out this week. Fantastic movie, underrated film. Came out on 4K for the first time. And we have Without Remorse. Such a disappointment. I wanted this to be good. I like the Jack Ryan movies, but this was just bad. Michael B. Jordan's great, but not a good movie. Yeah, other than Turning Red, everything else seems to have been picked through. They don't have the Jack Reacher steelbook. They don't have that RoboCop edition I would have liked to have gotten. They do have the West Side Story steelbook, though. They don't have the Sonic steelbook. They don't have the Mary Shelley's Frankenstein Blu-ray. They do have Smoking Aces and Constantine House of Mystery, but other than that, though, it looks pretty bleak. I don't think I'm gonna get anything over here, at least over here. Yeah, this looks pretty bleak. I don't know if I showed this off at the last time I looked at this, but check this out. That's right, we have a Disney-branded Simpsons product. Alright, so I'm walking out of Best Buy. They didn't have anything in there I wanted. I tried going over the video game section. They didn't have anything over there. Yeah, I don't know what it is. I know what it is. I mean, we are living in a time when physical media is dying out, but I'm still one of those few people that still support it, so I try to see if there's anything in there, but there's nothing in there that I needed to get right away, so yeah, Best Buy was a bust. I did go and pay my bill, though, so we're all good on that front. So let's go ahead and go to, let's see if I can find that jersey over at that other sports store that I was talking about, the Pittsburgh Locker Room, so I'll see you guys over there. It's honestly been so long since I've been able to walk around the mall, but you do miss little things like this. At least I do. No luck on the Pickett jersey at that Pittsburgh Locker Room, and I kind of figured that was going to happen. They didn't have any of the other draft picks from this year, so I guess I'll have to wait to get it online. On to my last hope for the day, Barnes & Noble. Well, there's that RoboCop Blu-ray I was looking for, but it's not in the case. Alright, so I've been looking around here for the last 20-25 minutes. Haven't found anything. So far, it's been a bust so far in terms of getting stuff here at the mall, but we do have stuff at home that I'm going to show off at the end of this video. So at least there's that. I'll keep looking, but it's not looking good so far. Yeah, so Barnes & Noble was another bust, so I have a couple other places I can go to here, but I'm not getting my hopes up at this point. Alright, so I'm back home now, and today was mostly kind of a bust. Everywhere I went to, there wasn't really anything I wanted, nothing I really needed, so basically today just ended up with going to see Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness, which I'll do a review for it at the end of this video, so if you don't want to hear about spoilers and all that, let me go through the stuff I got over the last week, and then we'll delve into Doctor Strange. So, let's get right to it. I have a stack right here, so let's not waste any time. Let's just jump right on into it. So, I'll start off with the two things from Amazon. First up, I thought I pre-ordered this. This came out a couple weeks ago on Blu-ray, but never came, and I went on Amazon to see if I pre-ordered it. I didn't, but I got He Said, She Said on Blu-ray. This is a movie with Kevin Bacon and Elizabeth Perkins. It's a romantic comedy, but with two sides of the story. You follow Kevin Bacon's side, the man's perspective, and Elizabeth Perkins, the woman's perspective. What's interesting about this movie is that this has two directors on it. Ken Kwapis, who directs the story for Kevin Bacon's character, and Marissa Silver, who directs the character for the Elizabeth Perkins character's storyline. And it's a clever comedy. Not one of the best, but definitely has more funny moments in it that you would not expect from it. I thought I pre-ordered this a couple weeks ago on Amazon. Maybe I did, but I canceled the order because I wanted to get something else. But I got it now. He Said, She Said on Blu-ray. Very underrated movie. Definitely check it out. Next up, I had all the other NBC live concerts, live musical specials, so had to get Annie live. I actually have not seen this yet. Heard some good things about it. Heard it's actually one of the better live musicals they've done. So, definitely looking forward to it. It was only $10 when I bought it online. So, that's the two things I got from Amazon. Now let's get to the Best Buy exclusive steelbooks, because I did show you Smoking Aces in the store. I already got it in the mail on Tuesday. So there's the Smoking Aces steelbook, looking like a poker card. Even has that on the back of it. A very underrated movie. I like Joe Carnahan's work. I like Narc. I like the A-Team. Just a great action director. Very underrated action director, in my opinion. He also wrote Bad Boys for Life, The Kingdom. Just a great film. Just a great action director. Really enjoy his movies. This was a really good movie when I saw it back in 2007, and I'm glad they put it out on a nice-looking steelbook and on 4K. Next up, we have one of my favorite movies of the year so far, and that is Turning Red, the Best Buy exclusive steelbook. Like I said, I'm trying to get the Disney Movie Club exclusive edition with the Blu-ray slipcover, because the regular Blu-ray does not have the slipcover on it. That's the one I want to get. Hopefully I can find it online at a good price, but I had to get this steelbook. It's a nice-looking steelbook for a great movie. Like I said, one of my favorite movies of the year so far, Turning Red, fantastic film. And now we get to the two eBay pickups, and continuing my collection of the Spider-Man Far From Home sets, we have, right here, the Amazon exclusive set with a nice looking cover on it. Like, I like this cover a lot. You have Spider-Man on top of the building with Doctor Strange's, with the Doctor Strange circle that he uses to teleport to transport through time. I just saw the movie today. How can I not know what it is? But my mind's gone blank right now. But this is the Amazon International Steelbook with a nice slip cover on the back right here. You can see the stuff right there. And, yeah, this is one of the two that I pre-ordered from Amazon. Not Amazon, eBay, excuse me. And then here's the other one. This is really nice looking. When I saw this, it's just like, okay, this actually looks a lot nicer than I had any intention to be. But the Japanese Spider-Man Far From Home steelbook set. I mean, just look at this, man. Look at how gorgeous this is. I mean, it's a nice looking box set. You got all the stuff that's inside of here. And the only problem is this is the J card. It's not held on together well. I don't think it's intended to be there. I actually want to hold on to it like this. I'll show you what it looks like from the inside here. You got the Spider-Man emblem. You got the thing on the title on the back there. Just a nice looking box set. I will say though, I do find this image on the back pretty kind of hilarious that they actually went with this particular image. Not hilarious in the context of the movie itself. If you've seen the movie, you know exactly what is about to happen here. But yeah, I don't know why they thought that was a good idea to put that on the back of the Blu-ray. But the Japanese steelbook right here for Spider-Man Far From No Way Home. I'll show you what the inside of this looks like in just a moment, as soon as I show you the last thing I got here. But it's a really nice looking set. And then last but not least, this I got from Mercari, and that is the Back to the Future Trilogy steelbook set. This was originally released in 2010 for the 25th anniversary of Back to the Future. Very nice looking tin right here. This comes from Britain, I believe. But if you go onto Amazon, you see like the HD Zeta version of the steelbook set. It has this exact same cover on it. I do want to get that, but it's way too expensive for me right now. But actually, a lot of the stuff that's in that big box set I'm talking about is actually in here. You get like all these little bonus features in here. In fact, I'll show you that after we get done with this little segment here. And in fact, let me go ahead and show you that right now. Alright, so we'll start off with a look at the Japanese steelbook for Spider-Man No Way Home. I already showed you the J card. Here's the inside. These are postcards. And I don't want to open this up here. I'll give you a look right here. If it's... I might as well go ahead and open it up for you. So let me go ahead and open these up. So you got all these different postcards in here. This one is the original Blu-ray art. That's the original poster art. That's the 4K art. That's the one for the Amazon steelbook that I have here. And then this one's the Best Buy exclusive version. I like that they all have the different covers for the various Blu-rays that have come out for this. At least these three do. And then you have the two posters here. There's like a little booklet for Spider-Man No Way Home. Great power comes with great responsibility. You got all the production notes are written in Japanese. There's the picture of all the Spider-Men together. Different things from like behind the scenes stuff for the world premiere. Some photos from Spider-Man's movie history. Here's the Japanese steelbook itself. Spider-Man on the front with the Green Goblin in the background. Doc Ock's arm in the back and the title. And then when Strange pushes Spider-Man out of his body, Peter out of his Spider-Man body. And then the Blu-rays here. That's the Blu-ray. And then the 4K. And then last but not least, you have this deck of cards right here, which they look like flash cards, but they feel like those credit cards that you get inside the Everything Blue box sets. Let me see if I can try to open this up without really wrecking this. So there you have Spider-Man, Doc Ock, Electro, Green Goblin, Spider and Doctor Strange. There's the poster again. Another poster, and then the Walmart slip cover, which is still my favorite of the covers that I have. That's a nice cover right there. And these feel like credit cards, even though they're like supposed to be poker cards, kind of. So yeah, while it's not Everything Blue, it feels like an Everything Blue box set. It's a very nice looking set. And there you go. That's the Spider-Man No Way Home Japanese steelbook. Let's go ahead and take a look at the Amazon steelbook real quick. So once again, you have a shot of the city here. On the back, the Spider-Man emblem with Doctor Strange's ring. Different discs, different cover and stuff, different thing inside of here. There's the Doc Ock. Gundam style Spider-Man, which is what I still call him, because that still looks like an image of... It still looks like Spider-Man's doing Gundam style. Some say it's Pennywise, I call it Gangnam style. But there's the city inside of there. And then here's the back of the J card in full. So that's the Spider-Man No Way Home International Steelbook. And then last but not least, let's delve into the Back to the Future trilogy set. You've got the Out of Time license plate, Out of Time. The photo, which I don't know how they could do one at a time, but... Oh, thought I had it for a moment there, but... Now they're there. Now they're there now. Oh, there we go. Wait, let's get this right. There you go. There's Marty and Doc back in 1885. Here's a replica of the Sports Almanac, which I actually have a Sports Almanac replica. I found it at Steel City Con a couple years ago. I don't know where I put it, though. There's the receipt from the Blast from the Past store. If you look right here, it is very much updated from where everything was back then. Back during these time periods. So there's the replica there. Here's some postcards featuring some production stills from the creation of the DeLorean. For the hoverboards. A replica of the USA Today from when Marty's son got arrested. And then, oh, that's cool. On the back, it's what happens afterwards when Biff and his gang get arrested. There's another paper, the clock tower struck by lightning. Nothing on the back of that one. From Peabody when Marty crashed the DeLorean into his farm. Here's a blueprint of the DeLorean. This is pretty cool. This is the poster for the 25th anniversary re-release of Back to the Future. But if you turn it around, it's an original replica of the original Back to the Future poster. And then here's another poster that's in here. Some nice looking artwork right here. I think this was one of the original poster designs for Back to the Future that they didn't use. I think this, I don't know if this was either, but it's hard to do this with one hand. There we go. So that's the other poster in there. And then last but not least, the Back to the Future trilogy itself. Like I said, this comes from England, Britain, I believe it's Great Britain. Yeah, the UK. Has a nice looking fold out here. And then last but not least, the inside of the Back to the Future Blu-ray set. You got the first movie right there, second movie, third movie. All of these are the same on the behind the disc as well, as you can see right here. And there you go. That's the Back to the Future set. Let me go ahead and show you what I was talking about before with the HD Zeta set that I was talking about. Okay, my mistake. It was Film Arena that I was talking about, not the HD Zeta set, but that's a look at it. And actually, now that I look at this, I think this is actually... There's another set that I'm thinking of here. Maybe it's not this one here. Let me double check. Okay, this is the set I was talking about, the HD Zeta set. See, it's got the same cover as the one I have here. Same artwork, I think that's on the back. I think a lot of the stuff that was in this one in the Film Arena box set is in the box set that I have here. But you see right there, that's why it's going to take me a while to actually get that. Because $564.99 is a little bit out of my price range right now. And that other one I was talking about, yeah, you see right there, $926.44. So, gonna hold off on those until they go down in price, which I hope they do at some point. So there you go. So that's all the stuff I got this week. Of course, I saw Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness today. And I'm going to do two different things. I'm going to tell you a quick spoiler-free review, quick spoiler-free thoughts, and then I'll end the video if you don't want to hear any spoilers or you haven't seen the movie yet. And then after that, we'll go into the spoilers for the movie itself. So this is a spoiler-free segment right here, so I'm going to be real quick on it. Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. I really enjoyed the movie. I really enjoyed this movie a lot. It's another fun adventure MCU movie, but not only that, it's Sam Raimi at his best. It's just a fun, crazy, over-the-top movie that's also has a very horror movie vibe to it, like a true PG-13 horror movie, drag me to hell type of vibe. That's the best example to describe this movie. When this is pure, when Sam Raimi is given the chance to, his ability to put his technique is all over this movie, and the shots, the way he does these visuals, the way he does the horror comedy aspects. Like, there's lots of Evil Dead inspiration in this particular movie. It's a fun ride. It's a fun ride, and then I wish I could go into more details, but this is a spoiler-free section. It's just a fun movie. It's a really good movie. If you like Sam Raimi's work, you'll definitely appreciate this movie. I like that the MCU is taking more chances with these movies, that they can keep the same formula, but they let these directors come in and say, you know what, follow what we usually do, but then you can do whatever you want. And Sam Raimi just lets himself go with this movie, and it's a fun time. I had a great time watching it. It was a great viewing experience. It was just fun all around. So I'd highly recommend Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. That's my spoiler-free thoughts on it. I'm going to end the video for the people who don't want to hear the spoilers and all that. I'm going to put the card up, and then we'll move on to the spoiler section. So if you don't want to hear any more spoilers, this is where the video ends for you. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys tomorrow for another video. Until then, take care. Cue the card. Everybody gone now? Okay. Let's jump into the spoilers. Like I said, this is a very fun movie. It's a very well-made movie. It has flaws to it, but the flaws for it are minimal at best. I'll talk about the major flaws I have with the movie, but like I said, I like that this movie took a lot of chances. I like that they told Sam Raimi, you can do whatever you want, stick to our formula, but we'll let you do whatever you want. You can have your own, your usual tricks and trades, and it's all over this movie. And this movie warrants the PG-13 rating. Like, I'm amazed they got away without an R rating, because people get bloodied up, people get killed in spectacular ways. Like, there are a number of deaths in this movie that are just like, whoa. Like, if you had just changed the color of the blood to red, they could have made this an R-rated movie. And I like what they do here. I like that Sam Raimi puts his Evil Dead inspiration throughout most of this movie. There's a part at the end of the climax where these soul creatures come out and attack Doctor Strange, and I swear I got Army of Darkness, Evil Dead type of eyes watching these souls coming out with the voices that they had. It's just so hilarious and fun to watch. it's fun all around. It's a fun experience all around. I had a great time. I had a great time with it. Yeah, it was a ton of fun. I also liked that the movie didn't take the typical route. Like I didn't. I liked that they didn't go the cliched route that you would expect from this movie. Like they established right away at the beginning. Yeah, Wanda is the villain in this movie. Elizabeth Olsen, who's fantastic as the Scarlet Witch. This is basically kind of a continuation of WandaVision, the TV series, as she's trying to like go to these parallel universes so she can hang out so she can spend time with her kids. And that story is so incredible to watch, and it does make you want to see what they could do with a potential spin-off movie, because I keep hearing they're going to try to do a spin-off with her as a movie, but we'll see how that turns out. But yeah, Elizabeth Olsen really gives it her all in this movie. She gives one of the best performances in the film. Benedict Cumberbatch is great. There is a lot of I like the different iterations of Doctor Strange that he has in this movie, because you not only have Doctor Strange, you also have Supreme Strange from What If, and you also have Zombie Strange, who plays a big part in the climax of the film, which is great to watch. Like it's what you expect from a Sam Raimi movie. I mean, I keep saying Sam Raimi is all over this movie, and it really is. Like, I like the character of America Chavez, Zacho Gomez. I hope I'm pronouncing that name right. She's great in the movie. I'm gonna be interested to see what they do with her in the future, and I like the way they incorporated Wong and also Rachel McAdams' character. Like, I thought Rachel McAdams, she was gonna be another throwaway character in this movie, but she actually does contribute here. She actually isn't playing a typical. I was afraid that they were gonna make her a little bit more aggressive towards Strange because of but I like how everybody in this universe has just come to accept that, yeah, this stuff's going to happen, and so we're just going to have the cameras around whenever the superheroes are right. Because like in New York, in the beginning of the movie, Doctor Strange is at her wedding. She's getting married to somebody else, not Strange, and everything's going fine, and then the octopus there's an octopus that attacks the city, octopus creature. Strange jumps over the thing, it's just like, and everybody's just like, it's just another Tuesday. So, and then the cameos in here, there are cameos. I think we've already known that Charles Xavier, Professor X, is in this movie, and Patrick Stewart plays him. And I gotta say, like, the fact that they used the X-Men theme for a little bit, kudos to you, Danny Elfman. I'm talking about the X-Men 90s animated series intro. If you've ever heard that intro, you will know when they'll use that clip. But not only that, but they also use Captain Carter from What If. They also have Black Bolt from Inhumans, which was not a very good show, but he's in here. It's an alternate version of him. Monica Rambeau from Captain Marvel. But the biggest surprise of all, and I try to avoid as many spoilers as I can, but one of the spoilers that kind of got spoiled for me beforehand was the fact that Mr. Fantastic was in this movie, kind of establishing that the Fantastic Four will get a movie eventually, even though John Watts, the director of the Spider-Man movies, who was supposed to direct that film, was no longer directing it, which kind of sucks. But hopefully they get somebody to direct that movie. But especially if you can get John Krasinski to play him, because John Krasinski plays Reed Richards in this movie. It's a brief appearance, but that's perfect casting right there. If you ever I do want to see what they can do with do it like an older version of Fantastic Four, because John Krasinski would be a perfect casting choice for Reed Richards, and I hope they get him back for another movie. I will say one of my few nitpicks about the movie is that for a movie that's called The Multiverse of Madness, there aren't really a whole lot of multiverses they go into. They go into a couple of them, and then there's a segment where they go into like several different ones. Like they're trying to get away from Wanda, and they like go into these different multiverses where you have like trees, and one's animated, one's like all puzzle pieces, one's like paint, one's noir, one's robotic, and it's just like it's fun to watch. It makes for a very, very engaging sequence. The visuals in this movie are impressive, but at the same time, I did kind of want more variety with the multiverses. Maybe there's a maybe in the director's cut when they do, because I heard there's a 2-hour and 40-minute director's cut for this movie, so maybe there we'll get it. But I don't know. I kind of wanted to see more of that, but it didn't really bother me all that much. Like, honestly, to compare this to Everything Everywhere All at Once from a couple weeks ago, which yeah, that's the better movie, but this is still a lot of fun too. Like I said, Sam Raimi's traits, everything you expect from a movie from him, they're all over this movie. The camera tricks he uses, the endings of this movie even have a Sam Raimi vibe to it. Like there's a part where like right before the credits roll, the end of that movie, the end of this movie just feels like something you would see from the end of an Evil Dead movie, like the end of Evil Dead 1, like Ash trying to get away from the cabin, and he turns around, and the entity that's coming behind him, and he's screaming. It's kind of like that, but not like that. Speaking of Evil Dead, Bruce Campbell's, of course, in this movie. He has pretty good cameo, and I love what they did at the end of the credits. Everybody, excuse me, but the audience I saw it with really did like it. But I thought it was hilarious. I like what they did there. It's what they do at the end of the credits. There's a running gag. There's a gag in which America steals like a pizza thing from Campbell, who plays like a pizza vendor on the street, and Doctor Strange decides to just punch him, have him punch himself in the head, have him punch himself repeatedly for like 2 weeks straight. And at the end of the movie, after the end credits, roll, they have him continually they cut back to him continually punching himself. He stops. He looks at his hand. And then he just starts laughing, and he looks right at the camera and says, "It's over." The movie ends right there. Like, I thought that was perfect. I thought that was a perfect way for that movie to end. You could have made it where he could have punched himself one more time, and then you could have ended it there, but the fact that it just ends with him going, "It's over," and then it cuts to black, that's perfect. That's a perfect way to end that movie. I mean, I will say also, they introduced Clea Strange in this movie in the first post-credits scene, and she's played by Charlize Theron, and it's just like, and when I saw it at first, I thought at first maybe that it was going to be like Eternals. Like, maybe they recasted Angelina Jolie or Nicole Kidman's character at first, but once I really looked into it, and I saw there was Clea Strange, I thought to myself, well, this could be interesting, because Clea eventually becomes Doctor Strange's wife in the comic books. And I do wonder that if Sam Raimi does come back for this, will they still keep up this horror action adventure thing they've been doing they did with this movie, or would they take another approach to it? So I'm very curious to see how that plays out. But yeah, overall, I had a really good time with Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness. I think it is a better movie than the first movie. I like the first movie a lot, but this movie really, really upped the bar big time. And I like where the MCU is going here. So I had a very good time with it. It's one of my favorite movies of the year so far. Good way to start the summer too. There's not gonna be too many summer movies this year, but most of the ones that I've seen look pretty promising. Top Gun, Bob's Burgers, Jurassic World, Lightyear, Thor, Love and Thunder. So it should be a decent summer, all things considered, but this is a great way to start it off. Go see Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness if you haven't seen it already. So if you stuck around for the spoilers, thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys tomorrow for another video, and now this is the real end of the video. And to quote Bruce Campbell, it's over. Good night, everybody. Take care.